I used to believe that home was a place where you could just be, where no matter how messy life got, someone would be waiting with open arms. But that illusion shattered the day my parents made a choice, and I realized I was never truly part of their version of family. It started after I graduated from college. Job hunting wasn't going great, and my student debt made independence impossible, so I moved back home thinking it was temporary. I was quiet, respectful, helpful around the house, but the air in that home? Always cold, not because of the weather, because of the way they looked at me, like I was just extra, not a son, not a priority, just someone taking up space. Please subscribe to our channel and tell us in comments from where are you watching this video. My sister Amanda, the golden child, had moved back too, not because she needed to, but because she wanted her old room back for her new, purebred husky, Duchess. My mom was obsessed with that dog. Satin pillows, organic treats, pink sweaters. It got more love than I had in years. One night, my mom came into the room, my room, and stood silently for a moment, arms crossed. "You'll be fine in the garage, right?" she said, not even looking at me. "It's just for Duchess. She needs her space." I blinked. Thought it was a joke, but she was serious. She handed me an extra blanket, told me to make it work, and within hours my childhood bedroom was transformed into a pink, plush canine palace. My clothes were shoved into storage bins and my mattress was dragged to the cold, dusty garage where the only light came from a flickering bulb and the only insulation was whatever I could stuff between the walls. At first, I tried to endure it. I told myself it was temporary, but every day chipped at my dignity. My dad never questioned the arrangement. Amanda would laugh when I walked into the kitchen yawning from another sleepless night. "Maybe Duchess will let you visit your old room sometime," she'd joke. My mom, she once told a neighbor that I was just staying with us until he figures his life out. Amanda's the one we're proud of. The final blow came on a freezing winter night. I was curled up under layers of old quilts in the garage when I overheard a conversation through the door. My mom was telling someone on speakerphone, "Well, he's always been the disappointment. Amanda's the one with promise. She gives us something to be proud of. That dog is more emotionally supportive than he's ever been." I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just froze, inside and out. And in that moment, something broke. Not like glass, like a chain. The kind of break that sets you free. The next morning, I started applying for jobs with a fire I hadn't felt in years. I worked part-time at a mechanic's shop, then took a second job delivering groceries. For months, I lived out of the garage while saving every dime. I didn't eat out. I didn't go anywhere. I poured myself into learning, marketing, real estate, side hustles, anything that could be my ticket out. Then, something unexpected happened. A business I had started online, a tiny copywriting side hustle, started growing. Clients came in through word of mouth, and soon I was making more in a month than I used to in 3. I never said a word to my parents. I kept smiling through the pain, playing the invisible guest in their home while I built my empire in silence. And one day, an opportunity arrived in my inbox that changed everything. The house, their house, was listed for sale. I knew they were struggling with mortgage payments, but they never told me. Probably assumed I had nothing to offer. But I had been waiting for this moment, and I was ready. The house had always been under my father's name, and for years he carried it like a badge of power, a weapon, one he used to remind me, without saying it outright, that I didn't belong, that everything under that roof was his. Not anymore. The listing came from a local realtor I happened to know from one of my side gigs. She said it was being quietly shown to a few buyers before public listing. The family didn't want attention. I laughed. My parents didn't want attention? That was rich. They lived for gossip, for drama, for telling everyone how much better Amanda was than me. I told the realtor to keep my name out of it. All she needed to know was that my offer would be in full cash. No financing, no delays. She blinked in shock, but I didn't flinch. I had the money. I had waited for this moment, and I was not going to let it slip. A week later, the deal was closed. I now owned the home that I'd once been exiled in. I didn't throw a party. I didn't post a victory selfie. I waited. 2 weeks later, I knocked on the front door. My mom answered. Her mascara smudged, clearly annoyed. "What are you doing here? Amanda's in the middle of Duchess's birthday photo shoot." I smiled. "Oh, I know. I came with a gift." She rolled her eyes. "Don't be dramatic. Please subscribe to our channel and tell us in comments from where are you watching this video?" "No drama," I said calmly, holding up the envelope. "Just business." She stared at it. "What's that?" "An official notice. I'm the new owner of this house. You and Dad have 30 days to vacate." The color drained from her face like someone flipped off the power. "You're joking." "Nope," I said, handing it to her. "Bought it cash. Full title. I even paid off your missed payments. You're welcome." That's when Dad stormed to the door. "What the hell is this?" "Your second chance," I said coolly. "But it comes with terms. You leave. Peacefully. Or I press trespassing charges." "Oh, and Duchess? She's going to need a new doghouse." My mother's voice broke as she tried to keep her pride intact. "This is cruel, after everything we've done for you." I cut her off. "Everything you did for me? You mean forcing me into a freezing garage? Making me feel like garbage so Amanda's dog could be pampered like royalty? You called me a burden. Now I'm the landlord. Life's funny like that." Amanda came stomping into the hallway, Duchess in her arms like a fluffy prop. "You're ruining everything." "No," I said quietly. "You ruined everything. I'm just cleaning up the mess." The following days were chaotic. My parents scrambled, begged, threatened, even tried to guilt me. They told family I was kicking them onto the street and painted me as heartless. But I said nothing. I let the papers speak. When they called the realtor to complain, she simply replied, "He's the legal owner. You signed the sale." Nothing more to say. On the 29th day, they left. No goodbye, no apology. Just bitter silence and a trail of broken pride. But I didn't stay in the house after that. I didn't want to. That place held too many cold nights, too many quiet tears. I sold it a few months later, at a profit of course, and used the money to buy my first commercial building, where my startup now operates with 15 full-time staff. Sometimes Amanda's old friends message me on LinkedIn. "Hey, saw your interview on Forbes. Congrats." My parents, I hear, moved into a cramped apartment 2 towns over. My mom still tells people I got lucky. But luck didn't keep me warm in that garage. Resilience did. Poetic justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's served with a quiet knock on the door and a title deed in your hand. It's been over a year since that moment. I never looked back at the house, but sometimes memories sneak up on you in the quiet. I still remember the nights I curled up on that cot in the garage, listening to the heater stutter like it might give out any minute. The nights I heard them laughing upstairs, champagne glasses clinking, music playing, Amanda's dog barking joyfully, and me pretending not to care as I pulled my hoodie tighter around me. I had trained myself not to cry too loudly. Crying was weakness in their eyes. I wasn't allowed to be weak, but I wasn't weak. I was becoming something else. Unshakable. And funny enough, so was my story. A journalist I'd connected with through work heard a snippet of what had happened. Not just the company I'd built, but the poetic way I'd reclaimed my power. They asked if they could write a piece on it. I hesitated. I didn't want to make my pain a performance. But then I thought, maybe someone out there needed to hear it. That it's okay to be discarded, that you can still rise. The article was titled, "From Garage to CEO, How Rejection Built a Brand." It went viral in under a week. TV segments followed, podcasts, even a book deal. And yes, my face on the cover of Forbes 30 Under 30. The final twist. At a local book signing, I saw them. My mother, my father, Amanda, standing in line. She wasn't holding Duchess. She was holding a copy of my book. My mother stepped forward, clearly rehearsed, fake tears already glistening. "We're proud of you, sweetheart." I looked her straight in the eye. "That's funny. I thought I was the burden." Her lips twitched. "We were confused. We made mistakes." You made choices, I corrected. Now you can live with them. They asked me to sign their copy. I didn't. Instead, I slid the book back across the table and said, "You'll have to pay for that. Retail price, just like everyone else." And then I turned to the next person in line, a young girl who whispered, "Your story gave me hope." That's what I carried home that night. Not their apologies, not their regret, just the quiet knowledge that I'd turned cold nights into fire, rejection into fuel, and silence into power. Because in the end, revenge didn't come in slamming doors or shouting matches. It came in the line they had to stand in, just to watch me sign my name. Please subscribe to our channel and tell us in comments from where are you watching this video.